in Newcastle today on this Blu-ray 4K hunt in hopes of getting some bargains and seeing if I can add to the physical media collection. I'm specifically looking for 4Ks and Blu-rays in this trip. So first up came the 4K movies, which they don't really have a big selection in any CEX stores that I've gone to. I found a couple of titles here, but some of them were still a little bit pricey, if I'm going to be honest, so I decided to give them a pass. Next up, we have got the Blu-ray section, which is a very big selection, and I will say throughout this portion here you're going to see a lot of titles that I've never heard of, I've never seen before, and some very unusual picks as well, like a lot of Arrow ones, a lot of anime, a lot of older movies as well. So they always have like a wide selection, which is utterly fantastic, and they always have a good selection for you to browse through and maybe find a hidden gem or two amongst the crowd. So in this portion right here, I do pick up a Blu-ray from this section from A to Z. So take your guesses in the comment section below without cheating and have a guess of which Blu-ray you think it is that I pick up. It is less than £5, just to give you a hint. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. You can see me right here going straight past the Despicable Me and Minions section. Yeah, no one needs to own these movies. absolutely awful movies, and you guys know that I'm not a fan of the Minions whatsoever, so straight away I knew, well, that they're definitely not coming home with me. But yeah, there's a lot of great choices here and some really cool movies that I do want to add to the collection in the future, but they're still a little bit pricey. And one of the biggest priciest ones I still find is a Spider-Man No Way Home, which I can understand why that movie does have a lot of value and why it has kept its value, which is great to see. Don't get me wrong, but I would still like it to be a little bit cheaper and I will buy it. But I'm kind of tempted to buy the 4K Steelbook version of that one. And what I've been actually doing lately is, if I do want a movie, I want to check if it's got like a slipcover, if possible. And I also want to check if it does come in a Steelbook version, because I'd rather own the Steelbook if I'm able to. But yeah, some good choices here. And I'd love to know if any of these choices and any of these movies that I'm showing you right now, or shows, you would want to pick up, or what you haven't seen in your stores if you live in the UK and you have a CEX store.
This is the calm before the storm. You know what's coming, so be warned. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Though my feet have come too far for you to tie up to the ground. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going now. Ain't turning back around. Can't stop me. Oh yeah, you can't stop me now. No, you can't stop me. You can't stop, no, you can't stop me. No, you can't stop me now.
Luckily, when I got to the store, it wasn't too busy, and as I go browsing, it wasn't too busy near the section. Now, they may have thought I was looking a little bit weird holding a phone and recording, shelves of just movies, but yeah, I wanted to bring you guys this kind of Blu-ray trip. I enjoyed doing these, and if you'd like to see more of them, please leave in the comment section that you'd like to see these more, maybe even on a weekly basis, even if I don't buy anything. Just kind of showing you guys around and showing you kind of what physical media is available in the UK and in these select kind of stores, because every store always have like different titles. There is one Blu-ray that I was looking for called Searching, which I haven't been able to find, and when I went onto the stock checker app on the website, it says the nearest one was Edinburgh, which is around 2.5-3 hours from where I live. So I thought, nah, worst case I'll order it online. But definitely some movies here that I do want to pick up, and definitely some that I think will definitely be staying on the shelf. One of those movies that will definitely be staying on the shelf if I ever come across it will be Thor: Love and Thunder. don't have any intentions to own that movie. Even a Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, don't care about that one. There's a lot of Marvel movies actually I really wouldn't want to add to my personal collection. The only ones that I've been after recently is being the Captain America trilogy on 4K, ideally the Steelbooks if I'm able to, and maybe Thor Ragnarok in due time, but I'm in absolutely no rush to get the 4 ones. But Captain America, I'd love to own a trilogy of that. Definitely one of the best trilogies in the entire MCU, perhaps maybe even the best trilogy in the entire MCU. But yeah, for some reason, this store CEX, it's a bit of a strange one because they have steelbooks behind the counter which you can't see. And sometimes in certain stores, they'll have them face outwards with the prices on, so it's clearly visible. You can see what the title is, you can see what the price is, and obviously you can decide, yeah, that looks good, or no, maybe it's a little bit too expensive. Some stores have steelbooks, I think, less than £10 or £15 on the shelves, so you can actually have a look in your hand, see what it looks like. And then some stores, like a pickup that I do get towards the end, a little bit of a spoiler here, wasn't even on the shelf, and it was only £5. And I was like, well, why is this kept behind the counter? I mean, fortunately enough, I was able to pick it up, so I guess in a good way that was a good thing. But for in general kind of viewing, it's just a shame and just so stupid how their system works at times. It really, really is. So we're coming towards the end of the video, and there's some pics here that I found really interesting and some that I thought, wow, I could really maybe add this to my collection. So I put them on a list of titles to pick up in the future. But I always love having just a casual browse, seeing what's available, see if there's any good titles, and maybe one day picking them up. And yeah, I managed to get 2 picks, so stick around until the end and see what I managed to pick up from CEX and add to the physical media collection. Alright, so I've just gotten back from my trip out into Newcastle on my trip to CEX to see if I could pick up any Blu-rays or 4Ks and add them to the physical media collection. Well, luckily for you guys, I actually found 2 titles today. One that I showed you in the vlog and one that I actually found at the till point, because at the till in the stores, they never put out like steel books or expensive value ones or anything like that. But this one was only £5, which would normally be on the shelf, so I don't know how the system works. But let me show you what I managed to pick up. The first one is one of my favourite movies from Christopher Nolan on a limited edition steelbook, and that is Inception. Yeah, beautiful steelbook. Love the artwork on this as well. And yeah, I really love the fact that this is just like a limited edition steelbook on Blu-ray, not 4K unfortunately. And then on the inside, you've got, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio's character with kind of all the buildings around him. It's only the one disc. One gripe I do have with Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff, by the way, is whoever manufactures these steel books and everything like that, why do they put these like little slots in here that is clearly meant to hold a booklet to give you information, but don't give you said booklet? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, still love the artwork, love the printing, and yeah, glad that I own Inception finally and on a limited edition steelbook. Second pick that I managed to get is a movie that I did show you in the vlog, so I hope that you managed to guess it right if you did. But yeah, that is the Swedish version and a trilogy of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. So it's the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Girl Who Played with Fire, and the Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. Fantastic movie, fantastic trilogy overall. Haven't seen these movies in absolutely years. I also like the Daniel Craig one, don't get me wrong, but doesn't compare to these versions for me personally. And this is a lovely 4-disc set, which is awesome. So for example, on the back, and as you open this up, you've got the trilogy right there. Then you've got some really cool kind of printing inside here, and this is a 4-disc set. So yeah, this was only like £4, which is really great value for a trilogy Blu-ray, and that was £5. So yeah, in total I spent £9 in CEX, and that was my pickups for today. So they're getting added to the physical media collection, and I can't wait to check out these movies once again, and I'm glad that I finally own them. So I hope that you enjoyed this Blu-ray hunt. If you would like me to make this as kind of like a weekly series, I'll leave any and all comments down below, and I'd appreciate any feedback that you also have. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and also press the red subscribe button down below so I can see you again on a future video. Also, if you're unaware, I do have a Patreon. I have a couple of tiers you can select from, which starts from £2 per month, and these tiers do include like early videos, my release schedules, say what goes onto the channel. You can actually pick out movies for me to review. There's so much stuff to find out about my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box if you want to check out more. And I want to give a big special thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help support the channel. And thank you for taking the time to check out this video. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.